Hi, I'm Tommy Parker with MMAtalk.tv. I'm here with Tye Palmer at Combat Sports Academy down in Strood. Now, Tye, you had a recent win against Scott Rogan. You broke your hand in that bout, is that right?
I did, yeah. I got a nasty scar going on now.
Oh, wow.
I got my final X-ray on the 22nd, which is tomorrow, and then I can start touching
so
the
it's nowhere
pads.
near healed yet?
I probably can't fight till like the middle of the summer, like July, August sort of time, but I don't know, it's hard to stay patient, but I get to train with all the boys still, I get to grapple hard still, I just can't do any striking at the minute really.
How did he actually break it?
I think like on the ground with some of the ground and pound. I didn't feel it at the time, it's like a bit of adrenaline and stuff, but I think like a couple of times he turned his head and I probably hit like, the top of his head or something like that. I'm guessing it must have been that. It must have been near the end of the fight, thank God.
Because you won via rear naked choke.
That's right, yeah. But I think a lot of the damage was done with the ground and pound, and no, the rear naked choke was just to seal the deal. And yeah, I'm really happy with the win, first pro win, and I think that like my first two pro fights were at welterweight, and obviously like I'm like 6'3" odd, and I found it really difficult for the weight. And
what weight do you walk around at?
About 90 kilos, easily 90 kilos. Right now, because I've been coming to the gym and stuff, about 88 and a half. And then I usually get to about 87, then do my weight cut to 84. But yeah, 77 was a bit of a struggle for me, and yeah, I'm just happy to be back at welterweight. I like eating food, and but I'm still not small for a middleweight. I'm still pretty big, like Rick and some of the boys. So I got plenty of big sparring partners.
Yeah, he's got quite a hard punch on him, Scott. He's quite a stocky lad though. You're more tall and slender.
Yeah. And
I was going to ask you, is there anything you prefer, like style-wise? Because it seems that your submission is really, really strong, like your jiu-jitsu and that.
I mean, this is a good jiu-jitsu gym. Like, there's a lot of good guys down there for submissions, and like I get tapped out all the time down there, like all the time. But then like sometimes you go to another gym and stuff and roll, and then you realise that how high the standard is here.
Right.
And but yeah, I haven't got a particular style. Obviously, we all kind of specialise in like wrestling and stuff. I still think I need a lot of work on my submission game. A lot more work on my submission game, and yeah, I was going to keep working on it, and especially my striking and stuff, because there's going to be a time where I can't take somebody down.
Yeah.
Of course, but we train everything here. I do 10, 11 rounds with Rick and Carl and the boys, and you know we beat each other up like standing up. We don't go to the ground some days.
Yeah. So how did you actually get into MMA? Did you have any background in martial arts or?
Well, when I was younger, I always liked boxing, like Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson. Right. Frank Bruno was the first boxer I really sort of knew about. And I just love the fight game because it's down to you. Like I love football and rugby and all that sort of stuff, but it's down to you. It's just like you and one other person, and there's a clear winner. Right. Everyone can see that you're the winner if you win. Yeah. And yeah, I just
quite high aspirations for it now.
Yeah, I like to think I can. I don't think I'm just like I don't think I'm just like a normal. Just I'm just gonna do it another fight.
Yeah.
Like Ricky said,
a lot of that,
yeah,
don't we?
yeah. Rick always says, "Oh, I'm not really taking it seriously." He does take it seriously. He's just lying to you. And I think we all aim high here. We all get pushed to the limit. And I think our coaches, Lee Johnson, Lee Page, they want us to do well, and they teach us well.
This is where you started here.
This is where I started. This is a gym I've really been to. I never boxed as a kid or kickboxed. I've been to a couple of boxing gyms a few times before. And
so are you originally from Brazil or?
No, just Brazil shorts.
You just like the shorts.
Just Brazil shorts. I get a good sponsor off Tough Fight Wear, so right, they give me stuff. They give me good stuff.
Yeah. So where did you grow up, mate?
I grew up. I'm local lad.
You're a local lad.
Local lad.
What's it like growing up around here?
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's just kind of like a mild version of London, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's not like a big city or anything like that. Yeah. You probably drove past like down the high street and the church and stuff. It's not too bad. But the first year wasn't like I didn't train properly. I just wanted to come down here. I was always interested in the sport. Always watched it on TV, and I thought Chuck Liddell was brilliant, and Rashad Evans was brilliant, and I thought, oh, that's really good. Like, and there's a gym opening soon, and I come down here, I had a few sessions and stuff, and I kind of fell into it. I didn't like set out to get really deep into it, but I just kind of fell into it and fell in love with the sport.
You say they're the sort of people that have inspired you, Chuck Liddell?
Oh yeah, like the first kind of person I ever heard of was like Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
Because he's just knocking everyone out when everyone getting knocked out, and then Rashad Evans knocked him out, and I was like,
Chuck Liddell didn't sort of look like one of them tanked up roid guys. He looked kind of normal. He had a belly on him.
Exactly, yeah, a little pot belly going on, but he was still smashing everyone up.
So have you got any particular shows or anything you got your sights on that you'd like to feature in?
I do love it up at Cage Warriors.
Cage Warriors.
Cage Warriors is good. good shot. I fought up there as an amateur. Unfortunately lost, but you know, the guy I thought was decent. We had a 3-round war. I didn't. I showed that I could fight. I showed that I had heart to fight and stayed in there. Took some damage, gave up some damage. But yeah, I'd love to get back on there. And
how do you find the transition from amateurs to pro? I mean, you've only had one pro fight, right?
Yeah.
And that was the win against Scott Rogan.
The Rogan fight.
So how's the transition been for you? Is there much of a difference?
You kind of worry about your chin a little bit more because it's smaller gloves. But I don't think there's a lot of difference. Obviously, some shows don't allow elbows on the ground. Like UCMA don't allow it on the ground, but like up at I don't know if you've seen the fight footage, but I quite like the elbow. I've got long arms, so I can get away with some elbows.
Yeah, you got that leverage, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and yeah, it's quite nice to. It's nice sometimes you can. It's almost like cheating. It's almost like cheating. Yeah.
Well, it's more like a fight, isn't it?
Exactly.
And you can use more. You got more of an arsenal to put to work.
Yeah, too right.
But you prefer that, right?
Oh, for sure.
You want a more complete fight.
Yeah, definitely.
Finish it quicker.
Knees, elbows, submissions, take you down. I'll finish it any way I can. That's what's got to be done because it's a choice. I'll finish you, or you're going to finich me, or.
So do you just literally live and breathe MMA? What else goes on out in your life? What do you do? Work? Other any hobbies? Or
yeah, I like to play a bit of football. I'll play like some 7-a-side sometimes with the boys, like my old school friends, and I just like sport in general. Big football fans. My granddad and my uncle Sean have got Arsenal season tickets. So like, sometimes I get to go to the games and stuff. I do love football. Yeah. I do love the fight games. I love boxing. I was up all night last night. I was up all night last night watching boxing and MMA all night. That's why I'm looking a bit tired.
Are you quite strict with your diet and stuff like that, or do you still like to party? I mean, 23, you must.
23. I do party a little bit, but lucky enough, like my friends that are outside of the gym, they do party a lot, but like not as much. You know, I mean, they're growing up, they've got kids and stuff and whatever. Like every now and again I go out. Like
you're fully prepared if this takes off to dedicate.
As soon as I get fight booked in, that's it. I'm just a gym monkey, and I just zone out. I eat what I have to eat, not necessarily what I like. Come in, the weight starts dropping off. The nasty Shark Tank rounds all happen. Pagey shouts at me. All the boys shout at me. We all push each other to the limit, but like it's all worth it in the end. I like to walk towards the cage and know that I'm prepared.
Yeah, it seems quite a family-like around here. Like the boys, everyone seems quite close, and you know, how many different gyms have you actually trained at other than sports academy?
That's it. I've only been here. Actually, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. On Tuesday sometimes we go to pound for pound gym, Trojans. We used to be called Trojans up in London because they got a good Greco guy there, Boris. We just got there, spar with different guys. You get the adrenaline going a little bit when you don't know them. It's alright me coming in here and sparring with the boys. I know them all, but it's still like, oh, I've got to spar today, I'm going to get beat up. But like, if you go to another gym, you don't know anybody, so it's like, it's good to get your nerves going.
Good little test, isn't it?
Yeah, too right, yeah.
Yeah, especially for your nerves and that. Were you nervous with the fight with Scott Rogan?
Always nervous.
Always nervous?
Always, yeah.
How do you deal with the butterflies?
I kind of ignore them. I ignore it and...
You pretend it's not happening?
Yeah, just pretend it's not happening. I actually can't believe what I'm doing when I walk down there. I was like, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? what am I even doing? I think, what am I even doing? And yeah, like, I just love it though. As soon as like the bell rings, I always try to initiate really quick, like get that first little touch away, and as soon as I'm in the fight, that's it. I'm in the fight.
When your hand's healed, is there anyone in particular you're looking to fight? Like not calling out, not being you know, antagonistic, but you know, anyone that you rate that you think you could just show your skills against. Watching at all? Yeah,
there's a few guys have come up. Like obviously Pagey rings me sometimes. People have been in contact and saying like, would you fight him? Would you fight him?
So there are other people looking to fight you as well?
I think so. I think there is, but like at the minute I've got a low like kind of sparring activity and like a bit of a low profile really. Like I'm not exactly known to everybody.
It's quite hard for me to sort of dig out research on the net, and that hopefully this will change that.
Yeah, hopefully, and hopefully a few more fights.
Yeah.
And I can show everyone that.
Yeah, you're very charismatic as well. I mean, I interview quite a lot of fighters, and sometimes they've just got no personality or character either. They're like, yeah, I'll fight. And that's it. And
listen,
it's like
if you can't have a laugh, then there's something wrong going on. You know what I mean? I don't want to come to the gym and go, get all depressed and that. I just come in and have a laugh. I'm probably hungry when I come in here, but just ignore it. Just have a laugh. We all do stupid stuff. A lot of banter going on. Yeah.
So, mate, what are the biggest changes you've noticed in your life since you started this training and since you started going to fights and things like that? How's it changed you? How's it shaped you?
It's made me more confident, like in everyday life, because I think it's one of the most challenging things. I think it's got to be the most tough sport, like the toughest sport you can get into, and you've got to be so disciplined. You've got to learn how to grapple. You've got to learn how to strike. You've got to learn how to wrestle. and you just got to stay on top. You just got to stay on top of everything, and everybody's watching you. Everybody's watching you. I had to get used to that. I had to get used to the fact that people watch you and people will talk about you. People will say bad stuff, say good stuff. You'll always get praise. You'll always get criticism. But like, you just got to take it on the chin and just try and enjoy it. But like the main thing, I met a lot of new friends, really good friends.
That's changed your social life?
Oh, definitely changed my social life massively. Not that I used to go out a huge amount, but
it's grounded.
Yeah, it's grounded me a little bit. Yeah. So I've got a nice girlfriend that grounds me, and then I've got training that grounds me as well.
What advice would you give to someone who's never done it before, is looking to get in it, as someone who's quite recent yourself?
Come down the gym. Just come to the gym. Don't think that we're all just vicious sort of animals that are not going to like anybody. We're all nice guys. We're all nice, polite people with families and stuff, and we're just normal people who just like this sport. That's all it is.
What's your favourite martial arts film, mate?
Yeah, I like kickboxer.
Kickboxer.
I like kickboxer. Jean-Claude Van Damme, or I like Jet Li, man. I like Jet Li.
Yeah, well, if you can come into the cage and pull out some Jet Li movies, that'd be pretty.
Oh my God,
awesome.
I'll be famous. I'll be famous.
Is there anything you'd like to say to your mates watching, or your family, or
so I'd say,
coaches?
Especially the coaches at home, like Paige over there somewhere. Jono's burning on his log fire, but yeah, they're great coaches around here, like Lee Johnson, BJJ black belt, Paige. If there was, Johnson teaches us a lot of like the technical sides, and we learn a lot of technical stuff from George as well, the boxing coach, and whatever. Paige just moulds it for you. Like he'll teach you how to use it in the cage.
Right.
Like you're doing armbar and jiu-jitsu. You haven't got to worry about getting hit. You haven't got to worry about giving up position. But he will always find a way to transition it to MMA, so it's functional. So he always says positioning first.
Makes you aware.
Honestly, yeah, like it's like head control. Like when me and Rick were just up against the cage, just little things like that. Like they win fights. They definitely win fights. And no one really sees how important it is. And another little shout out is to my girlfriend. She's pregnant.
Oh, well done.
And I got one on the way from 9th. Best be a boy. I need a little boy. There's too many women. And
You'll make it now, ain't you?
I've got to make it now. Exactly. I just want to make my son or daughter proud and make them. I want to be somebody before they are somebody, and then they can have someone to follow. So you can provide. Set a good example.
Yeah, that's good, mate. Thank you very much for chatting to me. Really appreciate it. Cheers.